by Coach Mark D'Antonio. They're off to a pretty good start. Down in Division III, the first win was against NT.
D'Antonio from Michigan State came down?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He gets autograph. They lost to Sweet Home 3-1. Sweet Home's on the top of Division III rankings right now. They've got wins over Amherst, Niagara Falls, Newport, and Lockport. I know they're off to a very good start. They've got a couple of very good players, Tyler Edholm and Andy Sizz, great goaltender Michael Lisman, but they're down in 3. I don't know how good they are yet. They're probably good enough to maybe win 3, but 3 is, you got, and Niagara Falls is struggling. They lost again. Newport might have just won their first game over Niagara Falls. Lockport.
I think Niagara Falls plays today at 1 o'clock.
I'll double check that. I believe you're right. Lockport they won their first game over Niagara Falls. Amherst has Mike Movis back behind the bench. He's a really good hockey player. I used to watch him play in the adult leagues. He's a very good hockey player. I'm sure he's going to get that team turned around sooner than later. Coach Zedtek from NT. They lost the opener to St. Mary's, but then they tied St. Francis. So that was a nice quick turnaround for them. Nolan Horn leads their team 4-7 for 11 points. They got Austin Sporadico, Jason Lindhurst, who's one of my favorite two-way players to watch. He's a good player. Brett Stoffer. Someone's pushing me.
I just want to say, according to this booklet, Niagara Falls plays Amherst tonight.
6 o'clock.
7 o'clock at Hyde Park.
6 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going by the
The Gazette has 6, I'm just saying.
Better get there at 6 for a 7 o'clock game than get there at 7 for a 6 o'clock
Exactly.
game.
I really like this NT team to take Division III from the public schools because St. Mary's and St. Francis, they won't play in the playoffs for Section 6. St. Francis, though, I think they're the best team in 3. That's my opinion.
And St. Francis also has that elite team that's in.
This is their second team.
This is like their JV team.
You're right. Yeah, so they got like some.
This is like their JV team, but they're very good. Coach Tim Bennett is a.
It's
phenomenal
amazing.
job
St.
with them.
Francis and St. Joe's, what they come up with. You're talking about their first, second, third, or fourth team.
Check out this goalie tandem: Vinny Vaccaro and Arnold Rocco.
I like that.
I like that. You want to go on a?
Sounds like a North Buffalo
those two
duo.
guys. I don't know. But that's a
Oh yeah, with all that padding, they got nothing to lose.
So they're a pretty good team for Division III, I would say. Let's go back to Division II. Coach Prynn did a great job talking to us about West Seneca East. Obviously, the cream of the crop. They're returning. They had a phenomenal season last year. We talked about a lot of returning players. West Seneca West, though, that school as a whole is running a wave. Now they've
he just took his glasses off and unzipped his jacket. I think
I'll say this. I watched West Seneca West a couple of times. They're a tough team to play. I love their physical
Is it Matt
game.
playing hockey?
And Matt Myers brings his championship football ring into that locker room. Now, he was a good hockey player before. Did you play him when he was with Timon?
We played Timon, but I don't think it was before he was there.
Okay, because he scored like 10 goals, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
his sophomore year. So he knows his way around the ice. He's a very headsy player.
Well, I wish we would stop that because I need him at my school next year. So, but anyway.
He's got a red shirt, right? He signed. Congratulations.
We're not going to red shirt. We don't go to red shirt places.
All right. Anyway, so
That's another show.
Here's the thing with Seneca West. Offensively, Colin DeBell, and we talked about Myers. Kyle Haydick, another football player.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good hockey player as well. Their defensemen, Jacob Fort and Tyler Dunning, are great defensemen. Tough kids. Their biggest problem, Coach Prynn, I would say, is discipline. This team they remind me actually of Kenmore West last year. Out of the gate, penalty after penalty after penalty.
That's not good.
They've gotten into a few
Undisciplined
brawls
penalty.
too. I've noticed
And
at the end of games. They've gotten
Ken
into
East,
3 or 4 brawls
Dimension
I've heard of this season.
So
yeah.
I really like that West Seneca West team to push you guys this year, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
I love their goaltender, Zobzak. He's a very good goaltender.
He's gaining confidence.
Yeah, he's gaining confidence, but they just can't stay out of the box.
Yeah, I think some of that might be a little frustration. Starting the year, they probably thought they were going to come out of the gate a little quicker, but they are not going to disappear. They are a very good team on paper. They have very good coaching, and they're not going to be a team that just,
They're not going to go away.
No, they're not going to go away. They're going to figure it out. They're going to take maybe a few lumps. They're going to learn some lessons. They are going to build, and towards the end of the year, they are going to be right there in the mix of it.
Yeah.
So you can't sleep on them. You can't say, wow, West isn't good, because they are good. I know all their players.
They're going to get in the playoffs, right? Everyone makes the playoffs?
And it's a single elimination playoff. So as long as they're firing on all their cylinders, come end of January, rolling into February, they're going to be as dangerous as any team in that league, and that includes us.
Coach, I got a question for you. You said something about the intensity that you try to bring your athletes to bring in your team. It's kind of like, so I'm looking forward to next year football season, right? So after you were on top last year, how do you get the guys? Because like you said, everybody's coming to you. They're going to give you your best game. What types of techniques do you use to get the guys to understand that, hey, you can't live off of last year. It's time for a new season, new team, and let's go.
I do a lot of yelling. It's all about effort.
I'm with you on that one.
Me too.
Nothing wrong with it.
No, you can never be satisfied. You can't. I mean, we won 10-1 last night, but you can't be satisfied. And it's all about effort. If I don't like the way they're playing a certain way against the team that, we are stronger than the team we played last night. But it's all about do the things we teach you to, because in the long run, that's the key to longevity, is playing your system, not being satisfied. Because as soon as you start to glide, there's 16 other teams that are going to look to try to knock us off. So if we are satisfied, other teams are going to step up and catch us. And like I just said, in a single elimination playoff format, we saw Niagara Falls knock off OP last year. And anything can happen, so you can't be satisfied. You got to tell everybody, you trust them, you let them be their players, you let them be themselves. But like I said, it's on the coaches to make sure nobody gets complacent or satisfied, and that's what we harp on the most. So it's like we do more yelling than ever because we don't want them to ever take a breath or be satisfied. I
got to give a plug to my buddy Coach Rozak at Kemmer West. They started out slow, but they've rebounded. They got 3 big wins, bing, bang, boom, 2 over West Seneca West, and they got a lot of young players there. They were at KeyBank last year. A good chance they can get there again. Chris Cairns from St. Joe's transferred into the program. That was a nice pickup for them. Ethan Yoder, Michael Barker, they got 20 points combined. Timmy Safang's already got 4 goals. 4 in a row they've won. I'm going to see them today at Northtown. Francis, how about your Kimmer East Bulldogs?
Bulldogs, very young team. They have Russ Buggio back for them, so they hope to be getting back in the playoff run.
Coach, I like what you said about that. You can't let up on one thing, especially in a playoff, single elimination, hot goaltender. That could be curtains in one game.
Well, Coach, thank you and Jagger for coming in here this morning, spending some time with us, getting us updated on Fed hockey. We will be talking more Fed hockey as the season. Frank, you're killing me. Why?
I know. I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Melissa Brody for everything she does for the Fed. She does a great job at icing the Fed, and she gets paid very little for what she does. So, if you can throw her a few bucks to help sponsor her website, that'd be great.
She's everywhere.
There you go, man. Derek, thank you for producing, and I just want to say on behalf of the crew here on Inside High School Sports, we would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you next week.
Go West.